Facebook.
Oh, see? That quick. Again, we're back. So, hello, y'all.
Right. It says it in the corner. Hold on.
All right. So then if you say it in the corner, then we're there. So we're going to start over as if we were never there.
Hi.
Yes, we are.
Hey, y'all. So
Come join in.
I'm Victoria L. Below me is
Maggie. Welcome. I'm Maggie. I'm here to talk with my sisters, and you also come join us in this lovely week.
And then we have my girl at the top. Who are you?
What's up? I'm Tanya. What's up? This Tanya T, trending T. Nah. Like my
whatever you want to be, baby. Whatever you want to be. Nah. And you see that our little space is missing. Our sister Cherie, she had other engagements. She couldn't make it, but we're still gonna keep it going, which is actually open for y'all. If you ever want to come on, let us know. And if not too crazy, if you good, then we can just get it done. Because we've had so many great guests so far as we've been on the 3rd season.
Right.
So, all right. So this is what I was thinking, because, sometimes I have to have a conversation with the Lord. And I say, what is it that you want me to talk about? And he was a little silent, just a little bit. So I said, okay, well, obviously, I'm going to go based off of what I'm feeling. And I said, we just need to check in and see how everybody doing and see if anything has changed from your Valentine's. Did anything happen on Valentine's to today?
Right.
Which was, was it a week ago? That's all right. It can happen. So who wants to go first? Everybody trying to tag me.
I'm trying to tag.
I know. Who want to go? Maggie or me? I go. Okay, cool. Since y'all want to act like y'all don't want to say that. Okay. So how was my Valentine's? It was different, but it was good. The person who I thought was going, first, hold on, let's go back. So Valentine's was wonderful. Nothing but love. I'm all about love, as you see the hearts in the background. I'm all about love. So I loved that day. And I think that it shouldn't be just to Valentine's Day. It should be always. Because you can't be like, oh, I'm going to be sweet to you on Valentine's and then I don't know how to act any other day. But one thing that I noticed was very interesting is the regulars hit me up on Valentine's, right? Excuse me, not Valentine's, maybe a little later, maybe the next day, or maybe that evening. I don't get it, but maybe that's what people do. But I'm grateful. There was a great Valentine's Day, loving me as always, So like as our other sisters have told us, Marquita, everybody else, Kendall, and Ernie, we trying to love ourselves so that we can be lovable to our mate.
Right. Prepare yourself. You
understand what I'm saying? So we're good. I think it was wonderful. I had a great time. I started to learn and know to myself, just sometimes you got to be glamified always, you never know when. And you see my lashes. Nice. And then you got my lashes. And then, you know what I'm saying? I just always be ready. You never know who you're going to meet. Never know who you're going to meet. And it ain't going to be the UPS man. It could be, but might not be him. So just always be ready to meet somebody. Make sure you're ready emotionally, mentally, physically ready to actually commit. Because I was watching Married at First Sight. We'll talk about that later. This season has been crazy. So go ahead. So who wants us to say something next?
So Victoria, since you hit on, you brought up regulars. I don't know if it's regulars. I don't know if it's recycled. I don't know what you call it, but I think we're referencing those guys that have probably been in the picture for a while, maybe for years. Those ones that you can say consistent because we allow them to stay.
That's
or
right.
Whatever
we allow.
Right? So we allow the door to stay open. But I can say this Valentine's Day, those regulars did not text me and say Happy Valentine's Day. And I was sitting there thinking like, am I sad? Am I upset?
That's right.
Or am I glad that, wow, that means the door is really closed and Maggie needs to move on. So in my mind, I thought I had moved on, but when I saw the actions of them not reaching out and saying Happy Valentine's Day, I was like, awesome. It is mutual. We have both moved on. It is great. So, that gave me some closure for some areas that need to be closed. My Valentine's Day weekend was fun though.
Yes, it was.
It was fun. I celebrated somebody's birthday. I did brunch. I cooked dinner. I went to lunch on Monday. It was a weekend full of festivities. And I could just say it was fun and I enjoyed myself and I enjoyed even ordering dinner from my parents from Outback Steakhouse because they were going to restaurants. So it was just a weekend full of family, love, friends, even went to church. They did some I Love You Debbie songs from Secular Sunday. So it was just a wonderful weekend full of love and also gave me some closure on some things. So it was a great weekend for me, y'all.
And I love it. I love it. Yes. Okay. And let's hear it from T. What you call yourself?
Trending T. As my son, I don't know what he call it. Somebody he be watching. It's your boy, Trending Gamer, or whatever he says. So he be saying that when
you are gonna be trending T. You're gonna be trending T.
Trending
to your husband, child. So you're gonna be trending
right.
T.
Right. So my Valentine's very much single, okay? But I will say, and I've been single for Valentine's for a couple of them now, coming up a couple of years. But I typically either go out with a friend. I try to find something to do to occupy my time, even if it's a male friend, a woman friend, something like that. Because I feel like, oh, I want that love. Like, I just love seeing other couples, seeing other people doing it, and I want to be showered too. But this year, I told myself, okay, you know what? This was the year where I needed to be at peace with where I'm at.
That's right.
And love myself, focus on myself. Y'all, when I tell you, I did my hair, like y'all be seeing me change my hair up. But if you really, really know me, you know that I love to do hair. I love to braid hair. I love to braid my son's hair. And I haven't been doing that in a while because I had been going through some things, you know, thought my hair was falling out, y'all. And, you know, as a woman, you know, I feel like, you know, I love my hair. I love doing hair. I love doing other people's hair. I still do. Right. Do my friends' hair. People who and I do it for free, y'all. Well, let me not put that out there. Let me not put that out there because I ain't doing everybody here. But I do it out of love. I do it out of a service of love, you know. And so I hadn't really took care of myself, even though I be trying to be, you know, call myself being made up and being prepared. Don't get me wrong, honker, I'm clean. But I was slicking it back all the time, slicking it back, wearing the fro, wearing it out, doing it, you know, just trying to hide. And I was like, you know what, let me get dialed up. Y'all had my little baby doll curls. Y'all saw them last week, honey. Put them rollers in and my little baby doll curls. So that's how I started off. Me and my son, we went skating on Friday with some friends. His friends came over the weekend. We shared, had fun. I woke up, cooked them some hard pancakes, gave them a full little meal. And it was just, you know, it felt good doing that for somebody else as well as myself. And was like, oh, I need to go out. No, literally at peace. Did I love the text from people saying Happy Valentine's Day? Of course, I get it from my family, from friends, because we are loved. But I felt like this year, it's okay if you don't go out on Valentine's Day. Yes, so, and I really was at peace with it. And I had to think, and we've talked about this before, how, you know, we pray for certain doors to be closed, as well as those that need to be open. And I feel like we are truly getting what we are praying for. Because if I'm praying for them doors to be shut, those people, although they can be friends for many years, lingering around, I think, not saying the door is shut, they can always knock and say hello. They can peep in through the window and be window shoppers and see us looking good. But I think we have finally seen that it's you know, it's time to close them doors and say it's okay. Hi, keep window shopping. Hi, I'm gonna keep looking good. Hi, I'm working on myself. I'm eating right. Yeah. I'm getting my hair done. I'm doing this, you know, doing all these things that make you just feel feminine and love yourself. I feel like we always need a break. Even being a mom at times, sometimes I try to do things for my son all the time first. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, Tanya, skirt, roll it back. You can love your son. and still be fine in them streets, making a run to Walmart. Okay. Even
you gotta look like the mama this time.
Hello. I don't have to always have my hair slicked back. And y'all, especially with, me, that's why I was like, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with slicking it back, throwing up.
Because it's still cute. Maggie looks cute with slick back.
Like that. That's why I said,
honey, y'all know I got
Maggie love with slick back. I don't do slick backs because my head, but it's cool.
But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? When you feel like, and I used to always feel rushed. I used to always feel like, I gotta cook. Y'all, when I tell you, if you really know me too, I'm not too good with schedules. Girl, I've been on schedule. No. Right now, my meals, y'all, been doing, we in February, this on month 2. Your girl been doing good. Been having my set lunches. Just things like that. And really sticking to it, I feel like that's why my Valentine's was more so of a focus on me and be at peace with where I am. I am loved. Enjoy that moment and not really rush God to be on our time, but let us be on his time. Let us walk and go down the path with him that he has for us. Yeah. Not vice versa, not saying, God, what's going on? Although we can pray and be on our knees in the morning. We've been saying this all the time. Lord Jesus, we know you got our husbands for us, but you do still want it on his time. And I had to remember that and be at peace with that. This Valentine's, so I kind of talked too much, but
no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're doing exactly what we want because you're speaking the hearts of everybody else. We both feel the same way. Now, mind you, you know me. I'm the one that's like, well, okay, God, we cool. So what you doing? What's going on? I be like, hello, God. I talk to God like he's my friend. I do. Mm-hmm. I'm like, God, let's have a little chit chat. You already know how I'm feeling. I'm mad at you right now, but we're gonna work on it. Whatever.
Victoria, I did one of your things this weekend as well.
What you do?
Where you and Miss Marquita manifesting,
sorry,
right?
Kendall, aka Kendall.
AKA Kendall, sorry. Mm-hmm. So on Sunday, actually, I cooked dinner for myself, right? And I have 2 placemats on my table. And I sat down and I
got it right here.
I had my salad, I had my entrees, I had my glass of wine. And you know what? I enjoyed myself. I said, to Tanya's point, let me spoil me as well. And so it was great. Right.
I'm grateful that you did that, Maggie. I'm telling you, because, when we go, I'll tell you about this, Married at First Sight, real quick. I was watching Married at First Sight and they have this boy on there who's trash, but we ain't gonna talk about him. So it was a girl who I was listening to her and that stuff is Hollywood, it is, but some of that stuff is very real. And you meet somebody you don't know and you about to marry him. So this girl was like this, I just been single so long, I don't know what it means to be married. I said, Lord, you must be speaking to me through the TV. And I pray that I don't get like that. You know what I mean? We don't know how we're going to be when we get married. We don't know. We don't know because then this one girl is like, she has these FaceTime calls with her girls all the time. And he's like, you can't do that. Can't do that. You got to be your wife now. All this other stuff. And I'm like, it's very important that we say, if we're truly ready for our lives to change. I'm telling you, that's just what's been on my heart so much. I'm like, am I ready to be like, I got to eat. So you got to eat too. What you gonna eat? Okay, you gotta eat with, so you hungry too? Okay. I have to think about that. I have to think about, I had a hard day, but it's not your fault. I might come in with an attitude, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, that's been tough. I think, but since I feel like we're in a good place because we're having those conversations. Right. If we weren't having those conversations and we just let them come in all willy-nilly, we're not gonna take the time to really get to know who they are. And some of those people on there, they got intimate the first night, right? And this one girl was like, we can't do that. I don't know you. No. I don't know you. I mean, it is Married at First Sight. And people could say, oh, well, we don't married on paper. But, I think that I'm just grateful that you, Maggie, have listened and you created your own space. Girl, my space been here. From here. And then the other place I was, it's been here because we're preparing the table for our husbands.
And Victoria, that one point that you just said when you were watching that show, and the girl said, I've been single for so long or whatever, she didn't know how to be married.
She didn't.
I had an actual verbal conversation with somebody this weekend.
Okay, let's hear it.
And it was really about, wow, I've been single for, I think, probably going on 4 years now, I guess, from my last committed relationship. And it's been a while. And when somebody actually approached me and was like really serious and like, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
I had to step back and say, Maggie, you've been putting it out there that you want a husband, you want to get married, you want to have kids, you want to have a family. But it was almost like I was scared. And I was like, wait, am I really ready? I got scared real quick because it was like, I've been single. That's my comfort zone almost. That's my, I can call up this guy and go out or do whatever. I can call up this one. I know those regulars will always be there and consistent. So that's my comfort zone and where I feel like I'm in control. For me to lose control and say, let me risk it and be in a relationship with someone, and yet I'm risking all these other, I was about to say, you know, whatever. I'm risking losing all these other regulars. Why am I scared? What's going on in my brain where I'm scared to lose the regulars for something that I've always wanted, for something that I project and say, that is my desire to be married, have a family, have kids. So I really, when you just mentioned that, I had a conversation with myself this weekend and probably like, I'm just being transparent. I'm scared. Like I have not been in a relationship in so long. Like I had to really start working through some things in my head. Now that things, like y'all said, we're preparing ourselves. That's right. And things are presenting themselves have what we've always desired. So that's an interesting place now to be in and recognize. I'm like, wow. Okay.
I feel like you gotta be scared though, to me. I feel like being scared is not, that's normal. I feel like the fact that you are scared is that you get more aware of what you're feeling. So you get closer.
And you know what that's being, and I will say this, what that's being at peace and doing what we need to do for ourselves. Right. I don't think there's too much that you're going to have to change to say, okay, a wife does that and a single lady does that. I just think we want somebody to be compatible and fold into our lives that will fit. Now, of course, you know, you ain't gonna be cooking for one person. You know, you gotta deal with somebody in your space all the time. You know, almost you gotta have that eternal forever roommate. You know, I was thinking about that the other time, like, ooh, I be cooking. We be having a lot of leftovers. If I had a husband, I might maybe not have no leftovers.
You ain't gonna have none. No,
you know what I'm saying? So I had to think about it like that. But I get what you're saying, Vicky. But I don't think you're gonna have that single mentality forever. I mean, I just don't see it because we're all very giving. We're all very loving. We treat all people like that. I feel like, you know, we're caring for a lot of people. So I can only see us doing that for our husbands and wanting to please them.
And we like to have a good time.
Right.
I think that's going to be a great thing. Tanya, I'm telling you, I feel like when you are awakened to what you really desire, that's when it starts happening. I'm telling you, you are awakened with like, oh man, I got to work on myself a little bit. That wasn't cool. That wasn't nice. That wasn't, you know, I've checked myself so many times and, you know, my parents, of course, they can attest to this. Like I used to snap back like, oh, well, but now I'm just like, you know what? I respect what you have to say. Let it be that, move on. And I'll talk about it later at a different time instead of being so reactionary because people say stuff that I don't want to hear. Even though it's usually has to do with the way that they give it anyway. So I think once we learn, we're learning ourselves right now. So Maggie, your fear is, girl, just a moment, honey. It ain't right. It'll be fine. He's still around. Exactly. And that's not going to shake. You know what else? Something else. I had to tell myself this. As grand of a personality, or sometimes I can be, as big or whatever, I had to tell myself, Victoria, you don't have to change nothing about who you are or who God made you to be. Because whoever is going to be, who's my husband, is going to like all of that. He's going to like all of that. And what I got to work on, he going to work on stuff too. We're going to work on it together. But he would not, I had to really check myself because, okay, I went on a date with somebody recently. And I said, okay, I really did some stuff outside of my character. Like I was like I told y'all, I traveled a little bit, but I was in the cold. Okay, in the cold. Now Victoria Turner usually be like, oh, okay, but I said no. Let me just enjoy this moment. Started talking to him. Whatever, great conversation. So I thought. Then all of a sudden, then he started asking these crazy questions of things that I did not desire. Because at this point, we got to ask for what we want. And if we don't, and if they're not giving it to us, you got to move forward. You got to move on. The same for the men. Yeah. If you want something in a woman and she's not giving it to you, move on. You got to move on. But that's why I was like, oh, he ain't nothing. I mean, I moved on. That's good. But I was like this, dang, we went from talking every day. Now all of a sudden, boom, cut off quick. Quick. No response. No nothing. No text. I said, oh, okay. But again,
you gotta tell him why, Vic. Tell him why. Because he wasn't truly trying to.
He wasn't
date properly.
He wasn't trying to date properly. He wasn't, because when I started talking to him, we connected on so many levels. But the fact that I was telling him all this stuff that I was doing and what I used to do in the past with my schooling and all this other stuff, and people I know that is in Hollywood and which you know, if you know us, you know we don't care about that. I mean, you know, you cool, but we don't get like, oh my God, you know, such as we don't get like that.
So, yeah, who cares?
Right, that's what I'm saying, because they're human. They regular. Regular. I'm just saying.
Right. They not up on no pedestal.
Right, they're not. That's wrong with the world. But anyway, that's why I said, you know what, let me just, and I told him that, and he was really engaged. But once I told him this one thing about this guy that I knew, I was like, oh, that was my friend's fiance, Oh my God, you know him? Oh my God, you met him? Oh my God, how was it? Oh my God, and he kept saying this, you a real one. You a real one. What does that mean? A real one. What does that mean? I'm just telling you the people that I know, but I felt like he was more in love with what I had done than with me trying to get to know who I am. Right. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so what's your next goals? What do you want to do next? Where are you now? Like, he wasn't trying to find out all of that. And then even more than that, he was a true Negro, you know, they come in all colors, whatever. He's a true, what I'm calling him does. He was like, okay, well, let's go here. Let's go do this. Let's do that. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. As soon as I said, I shot him down twice. He disappeared. I said, well, that was your goal then.
Exactly. He had a different intention.
That was your intention. But see, the thing is, I'm like, if you would have just came to me like a G and been like, oh, this is what I want, then I might have been like this. Well, that doesn't work for me. But now I got to come to the conclusion that that's what you want, because you just disappeared. I said, oh, okay. But like Tanya said, and I know I said this when I was praying, I said, Jesus, if he is not the one for me, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. And that's exactly what he did. Because I don't think him I'll ever, you never know how life works, like with people coming back around, but the door ain't open over here. But I'm just saying.
You got to make room too for what's coming in.
Correct. And if he's blocking, or the idea of him is blocking somebody else from seeing me, you gotta go. Exactly. You gotta go. See, okay, I'm gonna tell you the story then. We went to go to a coffee place. He didn't have on no mask. After Starbucks it specifically says, put on a mask. Now, I put on a mask. I don't play them games. I had a mask on. So we get in there. And first he tried to play a little bit like, you know, oh, okay, hey. Like, you know, so when I got in before him, he opened the door, very nice. Opened the door, I came in. He went straight to the bathroom. I said, okay. Well, so what does Victoria do? Go and wait till you come back to see, you know, and then here go the person in the back, you know, I think it's called barista. He's like this, ma'am, are you ready? And I'm like, no, I'm waiting him to come back. So he comes, and then at that point, it all shattered. The guy was like, well, sir, because he didn't have on a mask. Exactly. Now, mind you, the guy says to him, you have to have on a mask to be in here. Now, it could have escalated to another, because we were on a different side of town. We'll leave it that way. We were on a different side of town. We were only a couple of us there. And everybody else, at this point, it became a TV show. Sir, can you please, no mask. Okay, so the guy even offers to give him a mask, even though he says, oh, it's in the car. Now, at this time, it's raining and it's cold, but he was like, I get it. He didn't want to go back, but you could have just took the mask. He didn't take it. He was like, you know what? So he just walked off. He walked off before I even ordered now. He walked off and went over to the patio. I said, okay. That's one little red flag. Cool. Exactly. So then he left, but he didn't leave and say, hey, you want me to get you something before I leave? No, nothing. He just left.
No tea, no bagel,
no nothing. No coffee, no tea.
No pastry.
Now, mind you, God told me to take my Starbucks card when I was just telling me in general, just take the Starbucks card with you. Thank God he did because he had to use it. So I said, okay. And mom, forgive me because I did say that he paid, but he didn't. So then he went out there and I went to the patio and I was like, who is this guy? So then we talking and I said, what's that? What was that about? Because that's me. I'm always going to ask questions. What's that about? He was like, I just didn't like how, that vibe. He was giving me a crazy vibe. And I'm like, the vibe of you putting on
a mask?
In COVID-19? Okay. And at this point, everybody in the place was looking at him. So he probably was embarrassed. I'm sure he was, especially in front of me. This is your first time meeting me, and I'm looking at you like, what? Are you gonna? So okay, you didn't buy me the tea. That's cool. So then I'm sitting there just drinking my tea. And then this is what I did. I went back to him and said, "Did you want something? Did you want something?" He said, "No, I'm good." I said, "Fine, cool." We have a long conversation. Blah blah blah. Then towards the end, we were there for about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours. So great conversation. Then he goes, okay, he says, oh, I got somewhere to go. Cool, go. So at this point, I'm about to go home because it's all on the side of town. He calls me, so where are you? On the expressway. Oh, well, I thought we was gonna chill some more. Chill where? So I said, oh no, I'm on the expressway. No going back. Victoria done kicked in. No, I'm cold, it's raining, bye. So then I got back. Then when I left, I was driving home, blowing me up the whole night. What you doing? Where you at? What's going on? You having fun? Did you make it home safely? What's going on? Then all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, he asked me to do something that I didn't feel comfortable doing. So you can figure that out. You can figure that out what he wanted. I was like, you want to chill, but do you really want to chill? No, you don't. You don't know. I don't know you, brother. I didn't even know your last name. Now I found out your last name because I'm the investigator. So I found out your last name. Cool. Then after that, I said, he didn't do that once. After I told you I wasn't comfortable the first time, you're going to ask me again. Okay, still not comfortable. Third time, 3 strikes you out. Asked him again. No, well, he was like, oh, that's cool. But see, he always covered it to say like, oh, that's cool. Like, no problem. We can do something else. It's fine. Okay. But it already came out what you wanted. Why you just didn't say that? If you grown, now this man is 39. 39, okay?
You know how to say it.
Almost 40. Sure. Yeah, see, but he new to Atlanta, so he living them Atlanta dreams. Oh, not over here, baby.
A celebrity.
And I said, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, he's at the end of the day, he's not the one for me. So I gladly depart.
No, so what did our sister Marquita say? She said, honey, let this be a social experiment.
And it was a social experiment. It was, I was like this, okay, touche. It's a social experiment. I think the only thing that was good for me is I'm glad that I could get back out there because I had not been out there in a very long time. When you ain't been dating a long time, child, it's rusty. So you don't know the call, the text, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Yeah, everybody goes through it, but we made it. He's gone, and I think I wish him the best. I do. Right. You better say it. We didn't know each other long enough to have any attachments. We good.
And you just exactly. He served his conversation piece.
Yeah, exactly. He did.
He served his purpose for you to get back out there, get in the game, get on a date. Now let's get some more. Let's go.
Amen.
Maggie, the main one. Excuse me, I need you to line up 4 dates this
week. What's the next one?
Tell her, Maggie. Tell her, Maggie. Be encouraged, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with getting out there. Ain't nothing wrong with even driving, honey, because they got to do it too. But you mad over putting over mask, baby? We in a pandemic. Did you think you was gonna breathe across that table without that mask?
Girl, but see, this the same man that kicked
strike one.
No, strike. Hold on, strike two. No, strike two. You the main guy talking about some. Oh, well, I don't really like going out. He played me, y'all. It's okay.
Because of COVID.
Because I can admit that he played me. It's cool. Because it got past my intuition, which usually it'd be on point, but this one got past it. He was good looking at it, but he wasn't that fine. Okay, you ain't that fine to let me mislead everything I know. So he goes, well, I don't really want to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? We could just watch a movie, but
watch a movie
because you care about COVID, but then you brought yourself out here, your happy self out here without a mask. Okay. Exactly. Are you one of them people that think that it just dissolves in the air? Is that what you thought? Okay.
Let me tell you, girl. And if he's doing it with you, guess who else he's doing it with? Okay.
It is.
I'm just saying.
Hey, it's. Let me tell you something.
If he's doing it with you.
Because he wrote on his profile, when I rub elbows with the elite, I think I've made it. Well, sir, you just rubbed elbows with the elite. But the elite is gone. See what I'm saying? Sir, I just want you to know.
Gotta go.
You have rubbed elbows with the elite. Now what? Some people can't handle it, you know?
Nope.
And that's okay, because I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
Literally. He probably had some stuff. He clearly had some stuff he was trying to deal with Victoria, because who gets mad over, I don't care who tell me to put a mask on. It's their it's their establishment. We're in a pandemic. If they tell you could now, if he was that adamant, remember I said, if he was that adamant about having to put on a mask, I would have been like, you know what, let's get on up out of here. They ain't finna,
go somewhere else.
You know what, we can sit in my car and chit chat, you know, or whatever. He could have been like, you know what, let's go down the street. You know what I'm saying? It's another place for him, or whatever. I would have got on my phone and been like, damn this, he was rude talking to me. You telling me to put on a mask or whatever. Because one, if anything, plenty of people forget their mask all the time. You could have been like, oh, my bad.
You don't
Run to the car and go
get it. Yeah.
Or be mad and go somewhere else. Pick and choose one or the other. I mean, you can't be mad that somebody's demanding that you do something and they establish.
And and the thing is, it's 2021, sir. We still having some racial issues. I'm gonna put it out there. We were in a white establishment and it was beautiful, whatever, but we were the only Black people in there. And I'm telling you, it could have went so many different ways had because he thinking, first of all, you new to Atlanta, sir. You don't know how we do over here. Okay, we got a lot of stuff going on and it's very divided. It can be divided. So we were in a side of town where we were very low. Not many of us were there. So when they were going back and forth about this daggone mask, I'm looking like, what's going on, right? And everybody looking at the Black man to see if he gonna get mad. At this point, I'm like, I don't really know him, so.
He embarrassing you.
And I got my mask on, so it don't matter what you do to him.
He embarrassing you. Honey.
He did embarrass me. But more than likely, and more than anything, you embarrassed yourself, sir. It's just a mask. All you got to do is put it on. And the guy gave it to you to put on, and you said, well, you know what? Forget it. I don't like the vibe. What? Health? You don't like the health vibe? What are you talking about? If they said they don't want you in here, then they don't want you in here. And he could have.
And that's why he is no longer in your life.
In the picture, girl, I was just about to say, that's why it's on to the next.
Right.
All the way. But he did use, I used him for what? A story. Because that's what we have to do. Everything you go through is always a story. Everything I go through, I'll be like, okay, let me tell you what happened. You know, so I think this is good where we are. I think this is good. Again, I still don't understand why men can be so shy with approaching, but you know, obviously they're not ready to approach.
Are you referencing online? Are you referencing in person? What do you mean?
All around. Well, put it this way. Well, I can't say out there because I don't be going out there not right now, but you know, especially online. Tanya, we can speak about it. You match with somebody, don't nobody say nothing. Don't nobody say nothing. You just staring at each other's profile. Yeah. You don't speak. Yeah. I don't understand that, but
I think it's the same issue. The same reason you're not speaking, they not speaking.
Yeah,
but it's all a game. It's all a game. They just on their board.
So is it? Yep, like me.
They want you to speak first, maybe.
Like me, like Bumble. Yeah. Sure, I'll speak first on Bumble because you have to. I mean, whatever. I think that the reason why I like this specific site that I met this guy on, I don't know no more, but is because they force you, to speak. They force you to write an actual profile, not just you putting a picture up and putting your Instagram name. Check out my
answer certain questions. They probe you with certain sentence starters. So you can see, okay, well, we kind of had that. I think they trying to see kind of what you already got in common, because most people might not know to put that in their bio. But yeah, it's good.
But they're trying to engage you. We're trying to be engaged. Like not like literally, but I'm just saying they trying to engage you because most people cannot. They're shy. My brother swears that men are shyer than women.
They probably are.
Okay. They probably are. Interesting. Y'all are shy. Okay, cool.
I think everybody's scared. I think that goes back to that fear of rejection, right? Everybody is scared of rejection. Everybody.
But how you How you gonna get what you want if you're scared of the rejection?
Yeah.
At some point, you got to step up and think it's worth it, or you won't ever get what you want.
So, Maggie, question: do you think that because you're one of you and our sister Cherie are the bolder ones?
Yep.
When it comes to with the men at it, y'all are bold. You would think that it would be me or Tanya, but no, we're the quiet ones. We don't, I might keep an eye contact a little bit, depending if I feel comfortable. But Maggie is the bold one. She's a bold one, her and Cherie. So Maggie, is there any pointers that you would like to give to those who would like to be as bold as you in 2021?
Honey, the only thing they can tell you is no. I mean, that is the only thing they can tell you. Okay, on to the next. Just like you went out with one date. Okay, it's gonna be 3 more coming. So if you want to shoot your shot, if you want to, hey, how are you doing? I've been recognizing the things you've been posting, whatever. If it's, since we're all on this virtual, whatever. Sure. Start up a conversation. Just like Kendall, Marquita was like, oh, he kind of was trying to talk about business. He was not trying to talk about no business. He wanted to put you, make sure, he was on her radar. Same with the female. Go slide into the DM. I'm not saying you're trying to sleep with somebody. But you are putting them, right? You're letting them know, hey, how are you? So they're thinking about you now, right? So it's just putting yourself out there. There is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Woo, honey, I done did it a couple of times, Maggie, honey. Got her down, girl. Down.
I need to know what happened. Let us know what happened. Yes, we want to know.
Y'all, I'm telling you, I be getting turned down, y'all. Like nobody's business.
Girl, you better shut up.
Y'all, Victoria. I don't like people telling me no.
Nobody, me either. Hello. What do you mean? No, you mean that right now?
Not right anyway, okay, let me tell you. Okay, one instance. Since we online.
Yep, we online.
When I tell y'all this, okay, I'll tell you the past like 2 that I done literally shot my shot at them. I found out we connected. So I was trying to be bold, Maggie. This how I went, trying to be bold. I recently, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I conducted this spelling bee. And I think I had the guy had asked me, hey, how you doing? And you know me, I always say, oh, I'm doing good. I'm preparing for this spelling bee. And, a little dork. But anyway, I was telling him about that. So then I didn't hear from him. That literally probably maybe about a week and a half. When he came back into the message on the site, he was like, hey, hadn't talked to you in a while. How did the spelling bee go? I feel like I should ask you. Man,
how long has it been? Hold on, how long did it?
It was about a week and a half since I told him about the spelling bee. He was like, oh, that's what's up. That's cool. He left it at that. And I was like, oh, thank you. Well, yeah, let me know how your weekend goes. He didn't respond for a week and a half, y'all. Came back. Good morning, Tanya. I feel like I need to ask you, how was the spelling bee? I haven't talked to you in a while. So I responded, oh, it's so good to hear from you. Yay, the spelling bee went great, but this happened, a little incident happened. And then look, Maggie, this is how I did it. I said, it's a lot to type out. So I'm free after 4. You can hit me up. Put that number in the message real quick.
Girl, you did that.
She did do that, baby. I ain't done that. And you gave him directions. Now, thank you. Go ahead.
He hit me back and literally said, this probably was around like lunchtime. On the same day when he said, good morning, asked you about the spelling bee. Shot him my number real quick, because I'm like, I be getting tired of looking on them sites because I don't have I don't see the bubbles pop up. So I said, gave him my number. He immediately messaged back and said, okay, that's what's up. I'll hit you after 4. Y'all, did I hear from him? No. Not that I'm waiting. Next day. Look, okay, he told me, okay, I'll hit you after 4. Didn't hear nothing the next day. I said, you know what? He just must be scary. Baby, I done gave you my number. I am not meant to keep writing.
No, not at all.
Mind you, 3 days later, hit him with an emoji, the little girl, the girl
that's my favorite.
Like this.
A roll of my eyes.
Whatever. I don't know. Whatever that means, that's how I was feeling. Whatever. That's for you. Hit him with that emoji. Guess what? Immediately got a phone call. Oh, what you doing? Hey, this is so-and-so from, so-and-so. I was like this. Oh, I'm driving in the car. Oh, okay. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you know what to say? Oh, what you doing? Baby, I'm riding. I'm driving in my car. About to go get me something to eat. He ain't really had nothing to say. Told him the little incidents about the spelling bee. Mind you, it was late. It was like 7. So I was like, I'm going to get, but I was going to get something to eat. And I was like, riding in my car and I had my son with me. So I was like, didn't want him all in the conversation. So I was like, I'll hit you up, later when I'm done. Called him back. Didn't answer. Ain't heard from him since. Lord, shut that door. Okay, that's one time. Bold enough, Maggie.
You shot your shot though, and you did it well. You did it well.
And you and guess what happened? Nothing. You look fine. You look beautiful. You look great. You ain't missed not a nothing. Like, sir, as easy as you come in, you can leave. It's okay.
You sure can. And I felt okay about it. I was like, oh Lord, I be trying to get bold out there, y'all. I really do. And I think a lot of men, and I get this a lot too. They be like, I'm surprised you single. Or,
ain't we tired of hearing that?
I'm going to buy a table and I'm in the store and I'm like, oh, dang, I got to get somebody to put this together. Here go the worker. I'm pretty sure you got somebody at home that can put that together for you.
Girl.
Okay, keep assuming. Thank you. Let me keep walking. No, what you mean? How you always assume I got somebody? Or like the recycles always come back. Oh, you know what? I'm surprised you're not married. I'm not stepping on your boyfriend's toes. And I think they be trying to peek and see.
They be checking. Checking. They always check in and want to know. You ain't married yet. You ain't got. Does it matter what?
Right. Are you sure I can call you this late? You sure I'm not interrupting no call? What? Why are you
trying to sneak it in there?
You better say, you know what? You deflecting, brother. You deflecting, talking about something. Oh, you sure you ain't got nobody? You're deflecting. Why don't you just say, if you ain't doing nothing, let's go get something to eat.
Exactly.
Stop
I'm surprised you don't have no Valentine. No, baby, don't be surprised. I love myself.
Girl.
When people, let's say, some people came around this weekend.
That's what they do.
On the site and was like, oh, that's what you do for my time. I'm single. I'm okay with it. Oh, wow, I'm shocked. No, it's okay.
Right.
Right. My computer
is about to die. You already know your stuff about to die.
Oh, there you go. I think there you go.
Yeah, I think, Tanya, I'm very proud of you for being bold. I think I will try to do that next. I'll be the next one to be bold, I guess.
Oh, this is the other piece of info. 3 messages and go ahead and see your number. We do not need to go back and forth. 3 messages, send the number.
No, okay. We're not going to be going back and forth all day because then I'm going to question why we just texting. Get the phone number. Jesus. Plus, I don't
forget about them. No, Victoria. No, ma'am. Forget about them asking. 3 messages back and forth. Oh, here's my number. If you want to continue this conversation, you can hit me up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We are not going back and forth in this. No.
I mean, you're right. Okay. My cousin said,
no, I'm serious. I don't need to get to know you for this messenger. Y'all better exchange the number and get on the phone quick and weed them out.
But you know, okay, I just found this out. This is really weird. I'm on this other site, right? And this site said, this guy, okay, I sent it out there. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. I sent it out there and he responded with verify your profile.
What does that mean?
What that mean?
Right. Oh, he wants you to send a picture.
He wants, okay, so this site makes you verify you are who you are. So they make you do a picture, like you have to do a picture like this or something like this to take a picture. And then it's not going to go on your website, but it shows that you are who you're supposed to be. I said, brother, you must have got catfish because you hitting this a little too hard talking about something. He put on there FaceTime is required. What? Okay, you've been hurt, sir. I don't think I want you there. I mean, like, I didn't know people was still really catfishing. Like, I didn't know catfishing.
Right, honey, they be catfishing.
I don't get that. Like, what?
But a catfish could just be an old picture too. It could be, too.
Oh, you look like a picture.
True.
Yeah, it could just be an old picture.
Maybe like, a lot more weight. You might have longer hair. You might have shorter hair. Yeah, true. But I was like, verify. I might have grew
that beard out. A lot of people look different with a beard too. I mean, I'm just
dear gang all day.
Like, oh, okay.
No, men, husband, wherever you may be, please have facial hair. You hear me?
Tighten it up.
I don't like bare face. We ain't doing that.
I like a bare face.
No,
but I feel like this was a good check-in though.
No, it was
a lot of growth over the Valentine's Day weekend.
Yes, and you're right, Maggie. This has been amazing. We have a special somebody coming next week, and she's gonna talk about her, having babies later, getting married later, choosing a career over, the man, and how, she did the right thing, going to church and waiting on the husband, and, and how she had to change it up a little bit to get what she wanted. So I'm excited about that. You guys, Maggie, Tanya, anything else to say before we depart?
No, ma'am. Thank y'all for coming and watching.
Always. We always thank you guys for coming. You know what to do. Share the page. Hello, like the page. Tell people about it. I think that this year, hear me when I say this, 2021 is going to be outstanding. It's going to be more than you ever thought it would be. Now, this is Ash. What is this? Lenten season. Give up whatever you feel to give up. If you don't want to give up, like Pastor D.E. said, he really told me something different. You don't necessarily have to give up something. Give up something. Sometimes it might be just loving somebody even more, giving to someone even more. That's Lenten as well.
And while you're saying that, we also want to shout out to all of our family and friends out in Texas.
Absolutely.
Everybody that's being impacted by the storms, the weather, wherever you may be, we are sending positive thoughts, love, all of that good stuff towards you guys and praying for you all.
Yes, we are. I don't know. It just makes you grateful. Like these lights, the heat, it just makes you grateful. So I appreciate you guys. I think Maggie, she here with Tanya, she died. So, I mean, the computer died. So we love you guys. Thank you so much. And we will see you. We're probably gonna have a different schedule coming up, but next week, we're gonna see us next week. Okay, Tanya's back. So let me admit her so she can say goodbye as well. Hold on, if she lets me come in, admit. Well, it's joining. We gotta wait so she can say goodbye. Did it die?
It did.
Well, I knew it was. So, Tanya, say your goodbyes. If somebody wants to reach you, some fellow, how would he get in touch with you?
Well, one way, honey, shoot your shot. I am on Messenger. If you see me, if you on the waiting game, honey, don't be shy. Let me tell you, I ain't on Instagram, but y'all can leave a little shout out under the waiting game. We are on all platforms, honey. I do not mind. Shoot your shot. That means you're bold enough. I'd be like, oh, let me see what else. What else am I on? Y'all really.
It doesn't matter because when he want to get to you, he'll find a way. It doesn't matter.
I am on them sites, honey. I'm on. I know my kid don't like Tinder, honey. I'm on Tinder.
All of them. Okay, Bumble, Hinge, Tinder.
Bumble. Hinge, it's a new site called Hinge. I don't care, honey. Y'all know I'm single. Let me put it out there. Ready for single.
So Maggie,
you out, so I don't mind.
Maggie, okay? I want to end with that. Maggie, how do people get in touch with you if they want to speak with you?
Same way. I'm on Facebook Messenger. I'm on Instagram, Faith Business Services.
Yes.
That's how you can find me. Ask a friend about a friend about a friend.
Okay. We believe in the friend-to-friend connection now. We believe in the friend-to-friend connection. So yes. And I agree to that with my sisters. You know how to find me. If you can't find me, find my mama, find my daddy, whoever. You know how to get to me. Well, try not to get through my mama because I think you're trying to use me for my mama. So try to get to me. Any other social platform, you know how we are. Where we are, we're all single. We are present and we are happy with ourselves. Be even better with a companion. Love yourself this week even more than you did last week, Love yourself every day. Every day, love yourself regardless. You got flaws. Now it's the time to kink them out, get them out. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. I'm sure Cherie she's doing well. She's loving you guys. She says it on her thing. That's her tag. Cherie loves you. She does. She loves you. So we love you as well. So we love you guys, and we will talk to you later. Bye. Bye. Join next week so you can see our friend, to hear her story, beautiful story.